Hi everybody, Cindy Daycheck with Queen Bee Creations. I'm just popping on here to do another quick little craft, something that you probably have all the things at home that you need to be able to do this. It's a fun one even to do with kids. Takes a little bit of prep the day before and then you're good to go. This is what's called image transfer. So you simply take an image off of your computer, could be words, could be a sign, could be a picture, could be a photograph of your kids. So it's a lot of fun for the kids to be able to do, and potentially a little gift that they could make to be able to send to their grandparents who, you know, are likely like me and missing their grandkids. It can be something that they do for their bedroom. It could be something that you're doing to keep yourself busy as well. So you just print it out, either in color and black or white, on regular paper using your LaserJet printer. LaserJets are ideal. You can use it right away. If you use an inkjet printer, because hey, that's what you got, then just allow it to dry for maybe about 2 to 3 to 4 hours. So with an inkjet, you just need it to be fully dry before you move on to the next step. If you are printing out words, because we are going to be adhering this face down onto whatever we want to transfer it to. If you are printing out words, then you need to print them out in a reverse image. So this is my word gather, which looks perfect for you guys because you're seeing reverse image, but it's got to be reverse image. Otherwise, when you do your project and you have the finished project, all your words are going to be backward. Okay? So you have to flip them when you print them. I use paint.net, which you're able to upload your PowerPoint pictures or anything like that into, and then you can just flip it vertical and it will do the reverse image. So works perfectly. So you just need to have your image on regular plain paper, and you can cut around your image. And all that we're going to do is we're going to take, I have these little pieces of wood that were left over from another project. Actually, I think this was from cutting them down to do the bottom of a drawer in a piece of furniture. And then you can paint it whatever color you want. You can also leave it the natural wood, in which case that's especially nice if you're doing maybe some black and white images, and then you're putting them down onto that natural wood. Can look awesome, right? You could just do the wood. You could do a light stain on it. You could do a white wash. You can paint it. These are painted. And all you're going to do is you're going to cut out your picture or your wording. So for this is the word gather. And if I wanted, you know, all of my little scrolls to be with it, I can just simply cut around it. You're then going to paint onto this surface some kind of decoupage medium. Now, I used transfer and decoupage gel. It's an all-in-one from Heirloom Traditions because it's what I had. You could use any kind of decoupage medium. If you have it, you can make your own. So if you've got kids, then you have some of that white craft glue. Just mix a little bit of water into it, dilute it so it's a nice paintable medium. Paint it on this, and then you are going to stick your image onto it wherever you want it to be. Right? Smooth it out. Don't paint over the top of it. Just leave it like this for 24 hours to dry fully. Okay? And that's what I have on this side. I have the word gather, and I went around a little bit more closely, which is a bit of a pain because I didn't want to have a lot of the rest of the white paper around it. But you do whatever you want. And if you've got pictures, you can just do a picture of the kids and then, you know, the word with love. You could do, you know, a big picture welcome. I just listed on on Facebook and on the website, queenbeecreations1.com, a big frame that I had painted out. I get a lot of people, I use them for staging of the furniture. I get a lot of people that want to buy them. So this one had a big mat inside it. I just painted it out white very quickly, didn't paint the backing particularly. What I did was I got it ready for you to be able to decoupage on if you wanted to, in which case you could just take black and white photos and stick them in there. It would look awesome. But you could also do this particular image transfer onto the backing that's already there and ready to go. So anything that you want to do, it would be great if you had, you know, like old posts, you know, what are they? 6x6, 8x8s, whatever it happens to be, cut into cubes, and you did a picture of the kids on all the different sides, right? Different photos of them, and it's kind of like a big dice that you could roll and a picture pops up. So there's a lot of options for the kids to be able to do. This is how simple it is. Once you have this and it's stuck down, it's had some time to cure, all that you're going to be looking at doing in this one, again, this one's going to look backward to you, right side up to me, it says farmhouse. So all you're going to do now, and you can read that because I've already had it soaking a little bit. Take a spray bottle, spray it with water. And once it starts to soak in, I'm just going to flip to glasses so I can see what I'm doing. Just take your fingers and start rubbing. And what's going to happen is you're going to get all of this paper starting to pill up. And that's in essence what you're doing, is you're getting all of that paper to rise up. You're taking all that paper off and you are leaving all of the ink behind. So it, in essence, transfers that image, so whether it's a picture, whether it's your words, onto your board, onto your surface. It's a little messy, but that's where it's kind of fun with kids, right? You get all these little pieces of paper that kind of collect up on your table. But you can see where as that starts to come up, you're starting to see that lettering way clearer. You can, you know, sometimes get a little bit of a distressed look with it because maybe you just were a little over exuberant, or the kids were and they rubbed a little bit too much, so they take some of the ink off. But it likes to stick because of that medium, right? That ink likes to stick. If your board starts to get a little bit too dry, then you can just spritz it again with a little bit more water, get that paper a little bit softer, a little bit more moist, and you're going to be able to just start working it off. Some people will use a cloth for this. I find I have better control if I just use my fingertips. It's not gummy, it's just wet, right? It's just standing. Not appealing about it, perhaps, if you've got kids that don't like to have sticky fingers. They don't get sticky at all. The glue medium, all right, a little bit loud, but you can see how easily that starts to come through. It's a great easy way too for you to be able to do big stencils. Like the big frame I just posted is like 43 inches long. Maybe you want to have it standing upright and saying welcome, or you know, family, or something like that, in which case you can print out each letter separately and then stick it on and then be able to do this, so that you don't need to have any special tools or stencils or brushes or anything like that. The great thing about this particular craft is you really don't need to have anything. This would work on any hard, smooth surface. So any old pieces of wood that you've got, flower pots, and again, you can experiment with some of the looks, you know, that you could do it on uncured wood, and you're going to get, if the rougher the wood, the more challenging it's going to be, obviously, because this is only going to stick to the raised surfaces, so you're going to get a very distressed look, but that could be very cool. You can do this with colors, so maybe you're doing your farmhouse sign, but you've also got like a sprig of colored roses in this side, and you know, or maybe some greenery so that you can decorate up your page even with some of these things. I have done this successfully onto furniture, on some of the cabinet fronts and things where I've wanted to add a little bit of an image, of some decor. I didn't have to buy a stencil or a transfer. I was just able to use my computer and select some images that I wanted. But you'd be surprised at how well pictures and faces come out using this method. So it's a great way for you to be able to put some selected and personalized images onto an item, right? So look how quick that came out. There's a little bit of detail that I'd want, and I like to, when it's done, you can feel with your fingertips if there's still a little bit of paper that you want to play with and work off, right? So for something like this, I would probably decorate it up a little bit more. And here's where you could take some stamps and stamp some imaging or a little bit of vines or something around the edges if you want. You could certainly leave it as this. You could put this into a frame if you wanted to make it bigger, a little bit more grand. But again, really cool project for the kids. If you've got them selecting the images the day before, helping you glue them down onto the surfaces the next day, be able to just take a spray bottle and start going at revealing the image. It's a lot of fun for them to be able to see the picture starting to pop out, and make some awesome little gifts as well for them when you know, they're not able to see people, and be able to send things their way. Make sure that others know you're thinking of them. Great with some little boards too, to be able to do this up, do some little planters, send along some little flowers and things to brighten somebody's day. Could be really cool. A lot of fun with the kids. A lot of fun even without kids. I'm kidless right now. I'm doing this for me. So hope you give this a try. Let me know if you do. If you're watching this on YouTube, click subscribe, you know, help me along. And feel free to share this with other parents that are looking for some crafts to be able to do with their kids. Some white glue, bit of a board, downloading some pictures off the internet. You're good to go. That's all you need. Take care. Hope you guys are all keeping safe. I'll be coming back at you with some other stuff as I start bringing in some new pieces and have some new thoughts. Hope you're all good. Take care.